What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Smash Factor, the show where the numbers don't lie and the drives go sky high. I'm Alex Wober, and we've got another big episode for you as the 2026 Ultimate Long Drive season continues its sprint toward the World Championships. Today, we're breaking down 3 league championships from 3 very different corners of the country, including Florida, Texas, and New Hampshire. We've got double winners, triple winners, and one guy who somehow found his way into the winner's circle 7 times in one event.
It's a big, hairy American winning machine. If you ain't first, you're last, you know?
So yeah, we've got some numbers to talk about. But before we get into the results, let's take a moment to thank the sponsors who help make Ultimate Long Drive and Smash Factor possible.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you!
All right, enough talking. Let's get to the bombs. First up, we're heading down to the Sunshine State where the Florida Emerald Coast League held its final event of the 2026 season in Fort Walton Beach. Beginning with the amateur divisions, William Patty conquered the men's 70 amateur division after his longest ball dropped in at 257 yards. Sean Mallon picked up the next amateur win in the men's 55 amateur division with a drive of 280 yards. And over in the open women's amateur division, Angie Rudenberg recorded the victory, sending her best ball 263 yards. Now let's switch over to the pro divisions. And Sean Mallon was not finished yet. Mallon picked up his second division win of the event, taking the men's 55 pro division after a 253-yard drive. Then Troy Cayley decided to make Florida a 2-for-1 special. Cayley doubled up, securing both the men's 50 pro and men's 45 pro divisions with drives of 341 and 348 yards. And that 348-yard drive was the longest of the event. So 2 divisions, 2 wins, and the biggest bomb in Fort Walton Beach. Not a bad day at the office for Troy.
It's fantastic.
Say that again?
It's fantastic.
Yes, it is.
Now we're heading to the Lone Star State where the Central Texas League held its final event of the 2026 season at R2M Golf Academy in San Antonio. And apparently James Barnett looked at the leaderboard and decided he wanted to personally occupy as much of it as possible. Barnett began by winning 3 divisions, the Open Adaptive, Senior Valor, and Valor divisions with drives of 310, 308, and 339 yards. That's one way to start an event. Now moving into the amateur divisions, Mark Thornton was the winner of the men's 65 amateur division after his best drive traveled 264 yards. Joseph Cabuto was next up in the winner's circle in the men's 55 amateur division after a 280-yard drive. Eric Estes picked up a nice win as well in the men's 50 amateur with a best drive of 323 yards. And then James Barnett was back, because apparently 3 wasn't enough. Barnett picked up another 3 division wins, taking the men's 45, men's 40, and men's 35 amateur divisions with drives of 336, 342, and 357 yards. That's 6 wins already, but we're not done with Texas yet. The final amateur winner was Jansen McBride in the Open Men's Amateur Division after hitting the longest drive in Texas, coming in at 382 yards. Now let's switch back over to the pro side. Joseph Cabuto scored another division win in the men's 55 pro division after a 308-yard drive. Eric Estes also reappeared in the winner's circle, taking the men's 50 pro division with a 312-yard drive. And finally, James Barnett claimed one more victory. He secured the men's 45 pro after a 323-yard drive, and that gave Barnett an incredible 7th win of the event. 7. And at that point, I'm pretty sure James Barnett wasn't looking for the winner's circle anymore. The winner's circle was looking for him.
Oh, yeah!
And now we head over to the state of New Hampshire, where the New England League held its final event of the 2026 season in Salem at Dick's House of Sports. Beginning with our two amateur division winners, Bill Bentley opened up the event with a solid 362-yard drive to claim the men's 55 amateur division. Following Bentley, Trevor Langill picked up the win in the open men's amateur division with a drive of 293 yards. But Mr. Bentley was not finished. He popped his head back into the results for one more division win, flipping over to the pro side and taking the men's 55 pro division with a 364-yard drive. And then Nolan Locke stepped up. He belted his best drive all the way to the moon, 397 yards for the win in the open men's pro division. And that wasn't just enough to win the division. That was the longest drive in ULD last weekend, 397 yards. Congratulations, Nolan. And just like that, another 3 league championships are in the books. But here's the most important part. The road to Worlds is almost out of runway. So over the next few weekends, we'll have World Championship qualifiers all over the country. And if you're still trying to get into Worlds, there are only a few left on the calendar. So don't wait. Head to ultimatelongdrive.com to check out those upcoming events or follow our social pages for all the latest updates on the 2026 season. And before we wrap things up, let's talk about the king of launch monitors, the incredible Spica 3 by GolfJoy. If you're interested, sign up for ULD, and if you're already a member, head to the membership tab on ultimatelongdrive.com and claim your 15% off discount on the Spica 3 launch monitor. And while you're there, make sure you take advantage of the other discounts available to ULD members on the membership tab. That's going to do it for episode 22 of Smash Factor. Florida gave us double winners, Texas gave us a 7-time winner, and New Hampshire gave us a 397-yard bomb that topped the ULD leaderboard last weekend. The 2026 season is getting closer and closer to Worlds, and with only a few qualifiers left, every swing matters. Again, I'm Alex Wober. Thanks for watching Smash Factor, and until next time, keep swinging, keep smashing, and we'll see you out there on the grid.